Hello traders, welcome to another video in my channel. In the previous video, I just informed how you can enter in a trade by using candlesticks and different types of candlesticks and strength of candlesticks. In this video, we are going to learn how we can enter a trade and make good profits by using pivot points and CPR. As we all know, pivot points and CPR are the most important indicators in the day trading business. So let us learn how we can use these pivot points in an effective way to make wonderful profits in our day trading business. So in this video, I am going to explain what is pivot points and CPR, importance of pivot points in our chart, how to take entry and exit using pivot points, and how we can make good profits using pivot points. And I will show some examples regarding that so that you can understand how you can use the pivot points in an effective way. So let's start this video. Before that, please like this video and subscribe our channel to support my effort. So let's get started with this video. So first of all, what is pivot points? What is the meaning of pivot? So pivot means turn and rotate. Pivot is simply meant as turn and rotate. So in the day trading business, we are using pivot points to identify where the price will turn and rotate. So pivot will be support and resistance levels in our charts. You can see pivot lines will be like this in our chart. Pivot points indicators will be a huge support and resistance levels in our chart. I will explain this in a deeper way in this video. So how we can calculate the pivots? Pivots points are leading indicators. It is not a lagging indicator. As we all know, there are leading and lagging indicators. Lagging indicators give indication after the price movement, but pivot points are purely derived from price and gives wonderful indication before the price action. Pivots are purely derived from prices, and you can calculate pivot points using these formulas. These formulas are not so important in your chart because you can draw pivot lines and you can automatically get pivot point indicators in your trading platforms like Zerodha and Angel Broker, whatever the trading platform you use. So pivot points are calculated by using previous day high, low plus close divided by 3. This is the central pivot line, and so on. We can calculate R1, R2 and S1, S2 depending upon the formula. So this is how pivot points will be calculated. You don't need this formula, so I'm not going to explain this in a deeper way. So you can plot pivot points in your trading platforms. Next is CPR, Central Pivot Range. This is very important for those who do intraday trading. From CPR, we can decide the market before opening, whether it is trending or sideways. We can decide whether the market is trending or whether the market will be in a sideways before the market opening itself. So CPR will be very important for those who do intraday trading or day trading. So from CPR, we can understand whether the market will be in sideways or whether market will be in uptrend or downtrend, that is trending or sideways. 65% of the times price touches CPR. So this is the most powerful zone in your chart, and it doesn't vary much with different time frames. For example, if you consider RSI or MACD indicators, it will change upon time frames. For example, in 1 minute time frame, RSI will give different indications. In 5 minutes time frame, RSI will give different indications. But pivot points will be same for 1 minute and 5 minutes, 15 minutes. Pivot points will be same for different time frames. Pivot points only change in day time frame or weekly time frame or monthly time frame, because price will be derived from previous close, high and low of the day or week of the month. So this is why pivot points will be much important in your chart. It will not vary with different time frames as RSI or MACD or other indicators do. You can see here, this is how CPR and pivot points look in your chart. This is called as central pivot range. This is the central pivot line. This is called as top CPR. This is called as bottom CPR. This is the CPR range. This is what is called as CPR. So this is top CPR, this is bottom CPR, and this is central pivot line. And this is called as R1 resistance 1. This is called as R2 resistance 2. And here you can see this is called as S1 support 1, and this is called as S2 support 2. Whatever is below the CPR is called support, and whatever is above the CPR is called resistance. So this is how pivot points and CPR looks like in your chart. I will show some examples so that you can get good idea about CPR and pivot points. Trend identification using CPR. So how we can identify the trend using CPR, that is central pivot range. In CPR we have three types: narrow CPR, wide CPR, and we have medium CPR. So what is narrow CPR? As I told earlier, CPR look like this in your chart. CPR will be this range, central pivot range. So what happens in narrow CPR is the top CPR, central pivot range, and bottom CPR, these three lines are there, no? These three lines will be very close. This will be like very close. So this is how CPR looks like in your chart when narrow CPR appears. What is the importance of narrow CPR? Narrow CPR will be weak in nature. Since it is very narrow, very close to each other, three lines, top CPR, central pivot range, and bottom CPR, it will be weak. Price will easily break this range and make a movement. So it will be weak in nature. Narrow CPR indicates trending days. Whenever you see a narrow CPR, you can understand the market will be a trending day today. So if you saw a narrow CPR today, there might be a good chances that market might be in a trending direction. That means in one direction market can move. So this is the most important factor of narrow CPR. Narrow CPR will give identification for a trending days. So another thing is wide CPR. Wide CPR means this CPR range will be very wide. As we saw in narrow CPR, it will be close. Three lines will be very close. But in wide CPR, you can see a wide range of CPR. That means you can see a top CPR here, you can see a bottom CPR here, and you can see central pivot range here. So this wideness will be there whenever wide CPR appears. So what is the use of wide CPR? Since it is very wide, it will become strong support and resistance for the price. For example, if the price opens somewhere here, there is a huge chances that price might reverse from top CPR, and also price might go down and might reverse from bottom CPR. And another important thing is, on wide CPR, market will be in sideways. Market might not give any directional movement. Market will be in a sideways movement. This is how sideways market looks like. So this is the most important uses of narrow CPR and wide CPR. So third type of CPR is medium CPR. Medium CPR means it will be wider than narrow CPR and narrow than wide CPR. So this is the simple differentiation between medium CPR, wide CPR, and narrow CPR. So let us see how we can use this CPR on our chart and how we can take entries, make profits in our chart. So let us see some examples. So here you can see this is called as narrow CPR. This is called as CPR. You can see here these three lines are called CPR. This is top CPR. As I showed in example, this is central pivot line and this is bottom CPR. I will show it again. So you can see here, I told this is how CPR and pivot points looks like in your chart. So this is the CPR range. So this is the CPR range, and as I told earlier, this is the top CPR, this is bottom CPR, and this is central pivot range, and this is support 1 and this is support 2, this is resistance 1, and this is how CPR and pivot points looks exactly in your chart. So in this example, you can see here these three central pivot ranges are very close. You can see here very close. These three lines are very close. Here you can see it is very wide. That is called as medium CPR. So on narrow CPR, you can see a wonderful trending day. Price made a wonderful trending day and price moved in a downtrend. So this is how CPR, narrow CPR works. You can see another example here. You can see the CPR very narrow. You can see here the next day 13th, and this is the example of 12th. On 13th, CPR was little bit wide, that is medium CPR. On 12th, CPR was very narrow, and you can see how price moved in a one direction. So this is how CPR, narrow CPR works. Whenever you see a narrow CPR, you can understand there might be a trending day today. So this is the use of narrow CPR, and you can see here narrow CPR is weak, so price is not sustaining here. Price is making highs and lows at the CPR level because narrow CPR is weak. It is not a good support and resistance level. So this is how you can see narrow CPR. Let us see another example. Here also you can see this is also narrow CPR. On 7th you can see wide CPR, that is medium CPR. On 6th you can see a narrow CPR, and you can see how price made a trending day. So this is how you can use narrow CPR. And here is the example of wide CPR. You can see how big is the range. Bottom CPR, top CPR, and central pivot range. So you can see how price made a sideways movement. Price went up, came down, went up, came down. So this was the range of the price for whole day. At the end of 3 o'clock, price made a breakout here. This is how market will be on wide CPR ranges. So this is the use of wide CPR. So on wide CPR, you can understand market might be in a sideways today. This is the most important use of CPR. As you can see, prices facing resistance here and support at the bottom CPR, because wide CPR ranges are very good resistance and support levels in your chart. This is the wonderful use of wide CPR. Let us see another example. In this example also you can see on 20th, and this is the chart of 21. Here you can see on 20th the market is in wide CPR, and you can see how price moved in this range and price didn't made a trending day. This is the range of the price for whole day on 20th. And you can see how price is facing resistance at the top CPR and how price is facing support at bottom CPR, and price was in a sideways day. So this is the most important use of wide CPR and narrow CPR. Let us see another example. On 28th, chart had a wide CPR. You can see wide CPR is there. On 29th, you can see a medium CPR here. On 20th, what happened? Price opened above the previous day, that is gap up open, and you can see price was in a range for whole day. Price didn't made any movement for the whole day. Price was making a low and making a high and was in a range for the whole day of 28th, because we had wide CPR on 28th. So you can understand, whenever you have a wide CPR, you can have a sideways market on wide CPR. This is the use of CPR. And you can see here, the important thing is the price didn't touch the CPR on 28th. So it will become a virgin CPR. If the price didn't touch the CPR on any day, then the CPR becomes virgin CPR, and it will become a important support and resistance level for the next day. So this is called as virgin CPR. If the price didn't touch the CPR on any day, then it is called as a virgin CPR. So let us see virgin CPR strategy, how we can use virgin CPR to make an entry and good profits in our chart. So virgin CPR is, if the price didn't touch the CPR, then it is called as a virgin CPR. Let us see some examples. So here you can see on 5th you have a virgin CPR, because price didn't touch the CPR on 5th. It formed as a virgin CPR for the next day. As I told earlier, virgin CPR will be biggest support and resistance levels for the next day. You can see here on 8th, price made a upper movement by making big bullish candles, and all of a sudden at the top CPR of previous day, price made a reversal candle, that is bearish candle has been formed, and you can see how big was the fall and how price fell down with big bearish candles. This is the use of virgin CPR. As I told earlier, CPR and pivot points are leading indicators. You would have marked this level before the market opened, and once price made a bearish candle at the top CPR of previous day, you would have shorted here with a stop loss above this support line or above this top CPR of previous day. You would have made wonderful profit with this trade. So this is how you trade the virgin CPR. Virgin CPR will be biggest support and resistance levels for the next day. Let us see another example. In this example also you can see on 22 price didn't touch the CPR, so it will become a virgin CPR. On 25th you can see how price made a upside move, and all of a sudden at the top CPR price made a doji candle, and you can see how price fell down and how much profit you would have made with this trade. So if I mark this level before the market open, then I would have took this opportunity to trade this. So you can mark the CPR, virgin CPR level before the market itself. Once you see a resistance here, you would have went short here and have made good profit. So this is the chart of 25th February 2021 HDFC. You can see in your trading platforms also. So this is how it looks and this is how it works, virgin CPR. This is the important factor of virgin CPR. Let us see another example. Here you can see the beauty of virgin CPR. On 15th, price didn't touch the CPR, so it became a virgin CPR. What I will do, I will just extend it for the next day. I will mark this level before the market opening. On 16th, what happened? Price made a big bullish candle at the bottom CPR. price made a big bearish candle and all of a sudden you can see a big fall. On 17th, what happened? You can see here, I will extend this level again for the 17th because still it is a virgin CPR. Still price didn't touch this level. So it is still a support and resistance level for another day. On 17th also, you can see price made big bullish candles. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 big bullish candles, and you can see price made a breakout here, but it is a fake breakout because whenever price moves in one directional, that is one directional move will be there, no big bullish candles, then that might be a fake breakout. So you should not go long here. So you can see here at the top CPR, price again reversed, and you can see how big was the fall. This is the importance of virgin CPR, and this is the beauty of virgin CPR. So marking the virgin CPR levels before the market opening, you can get a good trade for your day. So this is how you can trade the virgin CPR, and this is the important beauty of virgin CPR. So I hope you like this strategy and you can understand this strategy by back testing. And you should know one thing, in trading everything is probability, and you should do some back testing and you should keep some proper stop loss. In this case, you would have kept stop loss above this candle or above this top CPR of virgin CPR. So you would have got a good profit with this trade. So stop loss is very important. You should do back test, and not every time it works. And professional traders know trading is a probability, and there is no guarantee that it works every time. There is no 100% in trading. If it is work for 50% times also, you could have made a good profit with 1:2 ratio risk reward. So this is very important. You should do back testing. You should do all the things for this trade, stop loss and risk reward ratio and psychology, entry, everything you have to maintain. So this is how you can trade in a day trading. So hope you like this video. I think this video gave you good idea about CPR, virgin CPR and narrow CPR, wide CPR, whatever PO points are there. No, you can understand these points in this video. So I hope this video was helpful. If it is helpful, please like the video, then subscribe our channel, and please share this video with your trading mates. Let's meet in the next video with wonderful information about day trading. Thank you, day traders. Take care.